Welcome to Sydney CBD Repair Centre, your go-to shop for Samsung smartphone repairs in Australia. Today, we'll talk about Samsung Galaxy A22 and some of most commonly asked question on replacing its broken screen. Let's go. Is it worth repairing a Samsung Galaxy A22 screen? To answer this question, we need to consider several factors, such as the cost of the repair, the age of the device, the availability of alternatives, and the personal preference of the user. The cost of repairing a Samsung Galaxy A22 screen can vary depending on the type and extent of the damage, the service provider, and the warranty status. According to some online sources, the average price range for this repair is between $80 and $120. This is a significant amount compared to the original price of the phone, which is around $200. The age of the device is another factor to consider. The Samsung Galaxy A22 was released in June 2021, which means it is relatively new and still has some value in the market. However, it is not a flagship model and may not receive regular software updates or support from Samsung in the future. Therefore, it may not be worth investing in a repair if the user plans to upgrade to a newer or better device soon. The availability of alternatives is also an important factor. There are many other options for smartphones in the same price range or lower than the Samsung Galaxy A22, such as the Motorola Moto G Power, the Nokia 5.4, or the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10. Some of these models may offer better features, performance, or durability than the Samsung Galaxy A22. Therefore, it may be more economical and practical to replace the damaged phone with a new one instead of repairing it. The personal preference of the user is the final factor to consider. Some users may have sentimental or emotional attachment to their phones and may not want to part with them even if they are damaged. Some users may also prefer to stick with Samsung products because they are familiar with their interface, design, or ecosystem. Some users may also have environmental or ethical concerns about disposing of electronic waste and may prefer to repair their phones instead of buying new ones. In conclusion, there is no definitive answer to whether it is worth repairing a Samsung Galaxy A22 screen. It depends on a combination of factors that vary from user to user. The user should weigh the pros and cons of each option and make an informed decision based on their own situation and preferences. Why is Samsung Galaxy A22 screen so expensive? The Samsung Galaxy A22 is a mid-range smartphone that features a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate. The screen is one of the main selling points of the device, as it offers a smooth and vibrant viewing experience. However, some users may wonder why the screen is so expensive compared to other similar phones. There are several factors that affect the cost of the screen, such as the quality and quantity of the materials used to produce the display panel, such as organic light-emitting diodes, OLEDs, glass, metal, and plastic. The complexity and precision of the manufacturing process, which involves multiple layers of thin films, electrodes, and circuits. The supply and demand of the market, which determines how much the manufacturers can charge for their products based on the availability and popularity of the screen technology. The innovation and research involved in developing new features and improving the performance of the screen, such as higher resolution, brightness, contrast, color accuracy, and power efficiency. These factors contribute to the high price of the Samsung Galaxy A22 screen, which reflects its quality and value. However, some users may still find it too expensive for their budget and preferences. In that case, they can look for alternative options that offer similar or lower specifications at a more affordable price. Is it worth replacing a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen? To answer this question, we need to consider the cost and benefits of replacing a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen. The cost of a screen replacement depends on the extent of the damage, the availability of parts, and the service provider. According to some online sources, the average price range for a screen replacement is between $100 and $200. The benefits of replacing a cracked screen include improved functionality, appearance, and safety. A cracked screen can affect the touch sensitivity, display quality, and camera performance of the device. It can also expose the user to sharp edges and glass shards that can cause injuries. Replacing a cracked screen can restore the original performance and aesthetics of the device, as well as prevent further damage and potential hazards. Therefore, whether it is worth replacing a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen depends on how much the user values these benefits compared to the cost. If the user can afford the screen replacement and wants to enjoy the full features and functionality of the device, then it might be worth it. However, if the user has a tight budget or plans to upgrade to a newer model soon, then it might not be worth it. Ultimately, it is a personal decision that depends on the user's preferences and circumstances. What is the most expensive part of a Samsung Galaxy A22? To answer this question, we need to compare the specifications and prices of the Samsung Galaxy A22 and its components. According to gsmarena.com, the Samsung Galaxy A22 has a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, a MediaTek Helio G80 chipset, a 48 megapixels quad rear camera, a 13 megapixels front camera, and a 5000 mAh battery. The official price of the Samsung Galaxy A22 smartphone in the Philippines is 11,990 pesos, which is equivalent to about $238 USD as of December 2023. Based on these data, we can estimate that the most expensive part of the Samsung Galaxy A22 is the display. Super AMOLED displays are known for their high quality, brightness, and contrast, but they also cost more than LCD displays. According to moneysupermarket.com, the display of the Samsung Galaxy A22 is a standout piece of tech for a phone that costs little more than £200 SIM-free. The display also occupies a large portion of the phone's body, which means it requires more materials and labor to produce. Therefore, we can conclude that the display is the most expensive part of the Samsung Galaxy A22, followed by the chipset, the rear camera, the battery, and the front camera. Why is replacing a Samsung Galaxy A22 screen so expensive? The Samsung Galaxy A22 is a relatively new smartphone model that was released in June 2021. It has a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels. The screen is one of the most important and expensive components of the device, as it provides the user with a high-quality visual experience. Replacing a Samsung Galaxy A22 screen can be costly for several reasons. First, the screen is not widely available in the market, as it is a proprietary part that only Samsung can produce and supply. Therefore, the demand for the screen may exceed the supply, which drives up the price. Second, the screen replacement process requires specialized tools and skills, as it involves removing the back cover, battery, motherboard, and other components of the device. This means that only authorized service centers or experienced technicians can perform the repair, which adds to the labor cost. Third, the screen replacement may also affect the warranty of the device, as Samsung may not cover any damages caused by unauthorized repairs or parts. According to various sources, the screen replacement cost for the Samsung Galaxy A22 ranges from 6,518 Philippine pesos and 53 centavos to 12,084 Philippine pesos and 8 centavos in the Philippines. This is equivalent to about USD 130 to 240 United States dollars, which is quite high compared to other smartphone models. However, considering the quality and features of the Samsung Galaxy A22 screen, some users may find it worth paying for. How do you temporarily fix a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen? If you have a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen, you may want to temporarily fix it until you can get a professional repair. Here are some possible ways to do that. Use clear tape. Cut a piece of clear tape that covers the entire crack and apply it gently over the screen. This can prevent dust and moisture from getting into the crack and causing more damage. However, be careful not to press too hard on the tape or the screen, as this could make the crack worse. Use a screen protector. A screen protector is a thin film that sticks to the screen and protects it from scratches and cracks. You can buy one online or at a local store that sells phone accessories. Make sure you choose one that is compatible with your Samsung Galaxy A22 model and follow the instructions on how to apply it. A screen protector can also improve the appearance of the crack and make it less noticeable. Use a liquid glass kit. A liquid glass kit is a product that claims to fill in the cracks and seal them with a layer of glass-like material. You can find one online or at some phone repair shops. However, this method is not recommended by Samsung and may void your warranty. It may also interfere with the touch sensitivity and functionality of your screen. Use it at your own risk and follow the directions carefully. How do I hide the crack on my Samsung Galaxy A22 screen? If you have a crack on your Samsung Galaxy A22 screen, you might want to hide it for aesthetic or functional reasons. There are a few ways to do that, depending on the severity and location of the crack. Here are some possible solutions. Use a screen protector. This is the simplest and cheapest option, but it might not work well if the crack is too deep or large. A screen protector can cover up minor scratches and cracks, and also prevent further damage to your screen. You can buy a screen protector online or at a local store, and apply it yourself following the instructions. Use a phone case. A phone case can also help to conceal some cracks, especially if they are near the edges of the screen. A phone case can also protect your phone from drops and bumps, and give it a new look. You can choose from different styles and colors of phone cases, depending on your preference. Use a wallpaper or app. If the crack is not affecting the functionality of your screen, you can try to hide it with a wallpaper or an app that changes the appearance of your screen. For example, you can use a dark or patterned wallpaper that makes the crack less noticeable, or an app that adds stickers or filters to your screen. However, this might not work well if the crack is too large or in the middle of the screen. Repair or replace the screen. The best way to hide a crack on your screen is to fix it or get a new one. This might be more expensive and time-consuming than the other options, but it will restore your screen to its original condition and performance. You can contact Samsung customer service or visit a local repair shop to get an estimate and schedule a service. Alternatively, you can buy a replacement screen online and try to install it yourself, but this might void your warranty and cause more damage if you are not careful. How do you fix a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen with super glue? You should not attempt to fix a cracked Samsung Galaxy A22 screen with super glue, as this can cause more damage to your device and potentially harm yourself. Super glue is not designed to bond glass and can leave permanent marks, interfere with the touch sensitivity, or seep into the internal components of your phone. The best way to fix a cracked screen is to take your phone to a professional repair service or contact Samsung customer support for assistance. Trying to fix it yourself with super glue can void your warranty and compromise your safety.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.
Through the display. Look at that. It's really broken. We're gonna remove this back cover. This is a plastic back cover because the Galaxy A22 is kind of a mid-range smartphone. And you can see that we can bend it without any problem. If you do that with a glass back cover, it's gonna break. Adhesive is relatively strong. We still need some alcohol or WD-40 on this one just to agitate the adhesive. Still safe, but make sure you know where to spray. David here is a Samsung Galaxy expert, so anything Samsung he can fix. That's a guarantee. I'm gonna slowly peel this off. Slowly this time. And voila, it's removed. We're still gonna reuse this, so we're just gonna put it on the side. And then we're gonna proceed now